Hey guys, Fat Preacher Man here, and just coming at you with a rant. I haven't done one in a while, and actually I'm redoing a couple old ones. But first off, I want to talk about this picture. Don't know if you guys are into The Walking Dead, but I just saw the first episode recently of the new season, and man, was it brutal. I mean, Walking Dead is always brutal. It's very unapologetic and just comes right at you. But this one, I don't know, just extra harsh. Maybe because of the character affected. If you haven't seen it yet, don't want to spoil it for you, but it is a good episode, and I like the way they deal with the time effects, because one of the problems is, of course, that Carl is aging and getting older and getting taller and looking older. So there's a 6 month jump between last season and this season, which kind of helps to deal with that, and then they get back on track with the story. And kind of explain a few things, why things didn't happen and what's going on. So definitely check it out. If you haven't checked it out, go back, watch the other ones, and then come back to this one. It's definitely worth your time. Now on to the rant. Actually, we're going to redo two old ones that I did before, but I didn't do them with the voiceover. I just did it with annotations, and the problem with that is that annotations don't show up on all formats, on all media players' systems. So I want to do it in such a way that everybody will have the pleasure of hearing my voice. Okay, let's get started. The first one I'm going to talk about, I titled it unapologetically, is Dummy on a Bench. And if you look at the picture closely, you'll see, I'll try to highlight it for you if I can, there's this guy sitting on a bench right there. But he's not sitting on it in the way that normal human beings would sit on a bench. No, he's sitting on the back of the bench with his feet, his dirty feet, on the place where your butt goes. And right next to him, at the other end of the bench, is an old guy looking over at him. And I just looked at this and I was thinking to myself, dude, what if you stepped in crap and somebody else comes up behind you and wants to sit where you just soiled the bench? Or what if somebody else comes and wants to sit next to you on the four-person bench? Either they're going to get a face full of butt, or they're going to have to sit on the back of the bench like you and, again, soil the bottom of the bench. Just sit down like a normal human being and let others come and enjoy the bench too. Things like that are just irritating. Sorry, I wanted to talk about that. And I know that maybe that's why he wanted to sit on the back. Maybe he was soiled. I don't know. Then just stand, but don't be a part of the problem. Be a part of the solution. Okay. Anyway, so the next rant was about Blockbuster, and I used this picture specifically because it's actually where a Blockbuster in my neighborhood went out of business. So I thought it would be apropos to actually use a relevant and real picture, not just some arbitrary picture from stock footage or other people's experiences. This is an actual Blockbuster in my neighborhood that went out of business. And I actually used to work at Blockbuster, and I remember Blockbuster when I was young and the opportunity to go in there to rent movies. I mean, I rented Sega cartridges from Blockbuster, so it's been around for a long time, but it is dying, and it's dying in a bad way. And it's not doing it slowly either. They tried the blue box to compete with red box, and it just was too little too late. They have no digital capacity to speak of. The only things they can do is digital, is basically on demand, but you can get that from your cable provider, satellite provider, Fios provider. So why would you bother with them, especially when it's not any better? The only hope that they have is to compete with Netflix, and the mistake that they have, and that might still be too late, because people are so ingrained in Netflix, and there's so many other digital ways out there. There's Hulu, and there's Amazon Digital, there's Vudu, there's all these other ways and opportunities to get digital media streamed to your house. But if they want to compete, they need to go in there and use their big brother, their support system, to fund it, and just crush Netflix and get in there and offer the DVDs, the Blu-rays, and an excellent streaming package. And if they did it and sustained it long enough, even at a loss, then I really think they could come back on top. But I am definitely going to miss the old Blockbuster building faces, being able to go in there and look around and walk around and look at the different movies and games and and stuff like that. So if you guys got any opinions or ideas on any of these things, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to get a video response out of you. So as always, please share, comment, like, subscribe, and hit me up with anything you want me to watch from your channel. Thanks a lot for taking time out of your day to spend with me. Jesus bless you, and good gaming.